talk through it.
We're going to talk right now. Hello, welcome back to GameSpot's coverage of E3 2014. You're watching the Samsung stage right here at GameSpot.com for its place in the sort of modern video game character world.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, and he's kind of a bit of a PlayStation mascot as well.
Yeah, true.
But you know, we thought let's really have some fun with these characters, and it's amazing how much they change the gameplay. And it's always great to get something which is so visually different, but then also something which completely changes the game and the possibilities, because it's not just those characters, but you can customize the characters in so many different ways, and that really opens things up for the creators. The creators love them. They absolutely love them. And yet the creators love them, yet people just picking it up straight away can play and feel the differences straight away. So it's such a nice thing. I mean, there's so much in the game.
Yeah.
You know, as with every LittleBigPlanet, there's just tons and tons and tons of stuff.
Is that a new challenge, having the fact that there's 4 different types of characters? If one thing with LittleBigPlanet was it's very accessible, having 4 characters, does that make it a little bit more difficult to try and like explain what their abilities are and whatnot?
No, not at all, because the great thing about LittleBigPlanet is that it's very physical. So, for example, you saw on the screen we've got a character called Toggle, and he can change between big and heavy and small and light. And we've seen people at the show today playing it for the first time.
Yeah.
They need no explanation. They just pick it up and they're straight in and playing. So it's really, really accessible.
It's great. So people are able to play it today, and they didn't know it existed 24 hours
Exactly.
ago.
Yeah.
You guys done good. Let's look at the gameplay that we're showing here at the moment on the streams. You just explain for the folks which characters we're looking at and the ways in which they change LittleBigPlanet.
Yeah, sure. So the character you just saw then, that's Oddsock. And Oddsock's like our first 4-legged character that's ever been in LittleBigPlanet. And the great thing about Oddsock is that it could really, really fast. So you can create really fast gameplay. You could create like an endless runner. Oddsock can wall jump. It's really, really cool to kind of play with a character that feels so different to Sackboy. Of course, you can fully customize all the characters, just like you can customize Sackboy. So with the game, you'll have lots of different costumes you can collect, lots of customization options, and people are going to have a lot of fun with that.
Excellent. I want to remind the folks at home, if you have any questions at all for the guys up on stage here, at Danny O'Dwyer on Twitter, and I'll do my best to get them over. Was already a bunch coming. I can't believe this question's already been asked. Will you guys be selling plushies of all the new characters?
Watch this space.
Okay. I think there might be
guys like us.
I think there might be a market for some of this stuff.
But what we will have as well is new costumes and downloadable costumes as well.
Yes.
Sackboy's wardrobe is just amazing.
Yeah, already.
And we'll be doing that for the new characters as well.
So level creation has always been a really important part of LittleBigPlanet, and especially in LittleBigPlanet 2, in the way in which people were making wholly different types of gameplay. Considering now, mechanically, you don't just have one type of character, you've got 4. Yep. That creates new challenges for people making levels, surely.
I don't know about challenges, it creates new opportunities. And because you can choose whatever you want. So you could do an endless runner with Oddsock. Yeah, and that'd be really easy.
Yeah.
That would just be so easy to do that. But then you can make it much, much more complicated. You can actually switch between characters. So we've introduced 4 new characters, not 3. Because Big Toggle is a separate character to Little Toggle.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So in the game, we choose that you switch between the 2 of them.
Yes.
Yep. But actually, as a creator, you could switch between Sackboy and Toggle, Sackboy and Sweep. So you can, during the level, you can actually change yourself. So there's loads of opportunities to make really interesting gameplay. Well, like what should we do? But it's very, very immediate. Should we do something, maybe something big? Should we do something small? Should we do something big and small? So
there was a part in it as well where is it Swoop, the flying character, picked up one of the other characters. Yeah. How can you do that all the time? Is there a way of like just piggybacking each other through the levels, or?
What it is that the level that we showed at the press conference yesterday, we built that to showcase the abilities of the characters.
Okay.
So we saw a couple of comments online saying, "Oh, Swoop's got too much kind of like power."
Yeah, Swoop's OP.
Yeah, Swoop's OP. Yeah. The thing with that is that the way we build the game is that
Then, because you guys seem to.
No, is the short answer. Basically, because like what Tom was saying before, we need to control when people can play the characters, and users can as well. So if you create a level, you will choose what characters are allowed in your level, because you could spend like weeks and weeks making a really technically challenging level for all of the ground-based characters, and then someone could just select Swoop and go fly straight through it.
And then the leaderboards are a bit kind of
exactly,
messed up.
Yes. Yeah. So but you can just choose what you want when you want. So that's kind of the way we get around that from a creator's point of view.